I think some of the new guests have joined after the introduction session. Can you just raise your hands, whoever has joined later?
Yes.
Yes. Can you please stand up and introduce about yourself?
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
My name is Krishna Kaushik, and today I'm here on suggestion of my close friend, student.
What are you doing?
Now I'm doing engineering first year in Surrey.
Good.
My name is Shreya. Currently, I'm a student of computer science in RV College.
Oh.
I love it. So, I came here from, by myself to see the reviews from Google.
That's great. Anyone else? Yes. Now we'll continue the meeting with an interesting session, that is table topic session. So for this session, I would like to call upon a person who is pursuing his engineering in Ramaya College. Right now he has a resolution to manage time, that is time management. He is none other than our TM Srujan. Please welcome him.
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests, and thank you, Madam President, to Madam TM. Okay. So, what is Toastmasters? The table topic session. Table topic session is a thing. It improves impromptu communication skills. It improves your effective think on the speech skill. It's important than the prepared speeches because the more you think and speak here, it's easy to make prepared speeches than come and think here and speak. So let's start with the session. Okay. Any volunteers who want to come and take this role? Come. So, please. What do you want to change the previous meetings thing? Or if there is no Toastmasters, what did you miss? If there is no Toastmasters, nothing. What did you miss in
my life.
Yeah.
Okay. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
If there was no Toastmasters, what would I miss in my life? If I think about it, I would, still be a very shy person, a very introverted person, a person who feels shy and who feels very hard to go talk to people, especially strangers. I would be such a person, and forget about speaking on stage. If someone would have mentioned the name stage, I would freak out and just run away. Also, Toastmasters, if Toastmasters were not there, it's whatever I would miss on stage that would trickle down to other aspects of my life. For example, I would have less confidence even in other parts of life. When we do something in any part of our life, we get confidence, right? That yes, I can do anything. So that would not happen. Also, I would be lonely because I wouldn't have friends because most of my friends are from Toastmasters. And I have made a lot of good friends and made a lot of memories going to treks, running marathons with my fellow Toastmasters. So all these memories and all these experiences I would have really missed, and I'm thank God that there's Toastmasters and there's Sunshine Toastmasters, and it has really given me a lot of learnings and a lot of confidence and a lot of good people to interact with. So if Toastmasters were not there, then I would have be a very very different person. Thank God I'm not that, and thank God Toastmasters exists. Thank you.
Toastmasters is not there, I wouldn't be here. So next topic is what resolution would you like to turn into a habit? Anyone wants to come? I want want to call Digesh Navneet on the stage.
Thank you, Shrujan. TM Shrujan. Hey everyone, I'm Navneet. This is my first experience of Toastmasters, and thank you for the opportunity to speak during my very first gathering. Out here. So, if I were to turn my resolution into a habit, which one would it be? So, having been tired of keeping resolutions that didn't last for a long time, this past week I decided I would keep things simple. Three things, which was one in terms of how I could be a fitter person, both mentally as well as physically, right? Because I connected a lot with what uh, I forgot her name, Arpita, also shared about how she went through many things, especially the range of emotions that you went through, right? And I was relating to my own experience as well, in terms of how I could manage my emotions a lot better. So, from that perspective, seeking out all tools that could help me become a better person. Just like how a lot of you were speaking about James Clear as well as Charles Duhigg. Something that touched me about James Duhigg and what he says was every action is actually a vote for the person that you want to become. So he speaks about how habits are the cornerstone, goals are something that will get you there, but habits are something that will actually take you to the kind of person that you want to become. So that's something that resonates with me even to this day in terms of how actions precede even feelings, because we were talking about feelings and emotions. And that's something that I would want to leave you with. The other two things that I wanted to even turn into from resolutions into habits, I'll keep that for another day. But for now, I know I'm out of time. So I just would want to leave you with this. Thank you so much, everyone.
Better speech than mine. So coming to the third topic, what habit you want to live in the past year? Or what is the biggest learning in 2022? Who would like to come, or I'll choose anyone? I'll choose DDM Priyadashini is on stage.
I understood.
What's your biggest learning in 2022?
Whenever we get up in the morning, what we do is we plan for our life. This is what I want to do. These are the resolutions. These are the habits I want to do. But in 2022, I learned the biggest lesson of my life. We don't plan the life. Life plans something for us. In July, I wanted to go to Kedarnath. For that trek, I was supposed to submit my medical certificate. When I went for a medical checkup, everything was normal, except one big artery in the neck. That artery was blocked, and my doctor said, if you don't get it operated in next 20 days, you are a potential time bomb. Any time you may explode. And he cited some of the data. If you don't get operated, within 2 years, 65% chance that you will get a stroke. So I was thinking, got a good fitness, do yoga, little bit of meditation, everything. Why I got this? Why me? So we are planning the life, want to go to Kedarnath, the trekking, everything, but the life plans something different. You are a human being, okay? So take care of yourself first. So that is the biggest lesson I learned in 2022. We can't plan our life. We have to move with the life. We have to move with the flow, live with the present. That was the biggest lesson.
My biggest lesson is to stop procrastination and start doing things from today itself and now itself. So coming to the next topic, this is you have to perform an act here. So I'll call Chandan and TD and TM Jay Shankar on stage. example, he is for an exam instance, he is your son, not your dad.
Okay.
He wants to go to a New York party
Okay.
at night at around 1 o'clock, 12, after celebrating his family. Okay. So you have to stop him. He has to convince him he wants to go to the New York party. For 30 seconds, you don't convince, after that, it's your wish. If you want to get convinced again.
So yeah, the time's almost 9:30, and we'll have dinner and go to sleep. Great.
That is New Year. I'm not celebrating it.
How does it matter? Just because the Earth went around the sun for 365 days, you want to celebrate?
No, everyone's celebrating.
Everyone will celebrate. It's like everyone will go to MG Road. They'll go to jail also. We'll go with them also.
No, we're not going to MG Road. It's a place in my friend's place.
So this is not even a known place. At least in MG Road, I can be sure that there are police men. In the place we are going, I don't know what is the security available. You are my only son, man. See, if I die, no, the cremation will happen by you only. You should be alive, no. I mean, legally outside also. So please, don't go. Please.
Do you want to do anything that is a problem? Will be a problem? We'll just spend time.
You will not do problem. Haven't you heard gentlemen right now? Life plans some problem for you. What is the problem? Problem will come to you only.
No, I think we won't do anything such.
See, I'm not saying you're my son, okay? You're awesome by default. But other people are not sure. Your friends know, like next level.
You know,
What? That name is Piyush. What? Tell me this. Who? Have you seen him behind the lobby? He was doing that signal that day.
Someone else.
There was a focus on his face. Okay, I could see him properly. His light was turned.
He only does it really once.
You know, I know your friend Mayur also. That day doesn't even come to the club. Like what?
He's very busy studying now.
Yeah, right. Studying. He already finished his LLP, now he's studying again. Okay.
So we have the lawyer in house, right?
Okay, fine. If you want to go, go. Okay, but share your WhatsApp to me always. And do not let your mobile data off. Anyway, I am paying for it, you don't worry about it. At least that way I will be able to track your phone.
Charge will go down.
It's so cheap. Have I not paid for it already? Get it and go. That's the only condition upon which I will let you go.
Okay.
Cool, awesome.
Ashita, should I put
Last
two names or
topic, anyone
one
wants
name?
to volunteer?
Two names or
I'll
just
call Krishna,
for
get
this?
Krishna on stage.
Chandan and Vishnu different or same?
Just go.
Same.
This last one. That's it, you can just. What is your highlight of the New Year celebration you have done?
This year or
This
like
year. Yeah. Then 4 days ago.
5 days ago? Okay. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. So it's been a long time since I took up the stage. Like it's been almost like 2 months since I came. So it has been a very hectic end for the year. So lot of schedules, lot of deadlines, and then also we had like a planned kind of 2 or 3 trips. So actually I went to Dubai in November, so that was a good trip. And then by the time it came to December last week, it happened that I had actually exhausted all my leaves. So even if I had to take a leave, then I had to actually go to my manager, give a reason. Okay, this, and only then he could approve it. So actually, I was the person. If something breaks in the office, I was the person who was to answer. So I had to even take that responsibility because I took so many leaves and there was some personal emergency also. So it happened, but again, we didn't want to miss the new year. So what I did is we just booked a Airbnb, and then we just partied till 12. And then, like some crazy people, we just hey, we did New Year, and then we just slept off. So that was the highlight of the New Year's, and that's it. Yeah.
I'll call TM Shubhankar on stage. So imagine you're in a party, you forgot your wallet, GPay network is not working, you can't contact anyone in such because there's no network. and you have to pay the bill. What would you do?
What will that actually I have done. I am at a party. Do I?
You've ordered everything. You have no cash and GPay, and there's no network there to pay online.
But I have my phone.
Yeah, you have your phone. But there's no network. You can't call anyone and search, and there's no network, so you can't Google Pay.
Okay.
So you have to come out of the situation.
Okay. Good evening, Toastmasters, and welcome guests. Thank you, Table Toastmaster. The topic is that I am at a party and I do not have access to mobile network to pay the bills. I don't have cash on me. So it's a situation we generally don't find ourselves in, but if I did, then actually this happens to me when I go to a shop inside our premises where I stay, and the shop is situated in the basement, and you don't get network. So what people generally do is what I generally do is I open my scanner, scan it, and network. 1 minute. How much? 400. Okay. Hello. Especially
400 bill is still. With this, I end my table topic session. Hopefully, it was fun-filled and it was nice. Thank you. Back to you.
That was a very lively session, isn't it?
Yes.
And the climax was outstanding. Kudos to Mr. Shubhankar and Srujan. Now, I would like to call our general evaluator, Mr. Priyadarshi sir, to come on the stage and evaluate our speeches and table topic sessions. Please welcome.
Good evening once again. May I request the timer to give the titles of the speakers?
So the speaker one, Tarun, took 5 minutes 15 seconds, and Arpita took 6 minutes 23 seconds. Both are in time.
Thank you. May I request the first evaluator, Toastmaster Shubhankar, to evaluate the first speaker?
Good evening, Toastmasters, again, and Tarun in particular. Do you know which page of the newspaper is read the most?
First page.
Yes, please.
Last page.
It's actually the third page.
Page 3.
Because it's masala. And nobody likes to read masala about themselves. They are more interested in masala when it's about somebody else. So when Tarun opened that he had done something illegal at Toastmasters, I was like, what illegal thing can you do? What an immaculate opening. Your speech was structured ably. I'd say you walked us through your family life, or I think the birth was first, then the family life, your business, why you joined Toastmasters, and then your journey at Toastmasters. And all of these were interspersed with your very subtle sense of humor, which I could very well relate to. And I especially liked when you talked about the quote from Helen Blanchard. Am I saying the name right? Brancher. Okay, Helen Brancher. You can, if you can get everything out of Toastmasters, then you will never get out. And he repeated that a couple of times. So this is a key thing we can take away, or I will surely take away from the speech.
to hammer a moment or a line into your head, the audience's head, you have to repeat it a couple of times to make it sit. And obviously, the hook that he started with, we were all waiting for the end to connect the dots, where he talked about mentorship, his journey, and then he was flowed. So that was life coming full circle, or the speech coming full circle for me. You had a great sense of humor, like I said, a great voice modulation, great opening, and great structure. What I think you could work on is a bit of your transitions, where a little you could be a little more smoother. So when you were talking about your son, then you moved into your hobbies or your likes for movies, and then you moved into the quote from the Toastmasters. I thought the transition was a little jerky, but then you can move on to it. That would make it awesome. So I personally have taken a lot out of this speech, your dressing sense, the way you address your voice modulation, the structures. I wish you all the best, and I look forward to more speeches from you. Thank you.
Thank you, Shubhankar. And Shubhankar always comes quite natural when he evaluates any speaker. The one suggestion I would like to give to Shubhankar is this is an icebreaker speech. The purpose of the project is to introduce to the club for a member. In that sense, I mean, I request you should have done the evaluation in that context rather than the transition everything, because that comes in the project two. In the project two, we are supposed to structure a speech with a body opening everything. So that's the one thing. Let us, when we evaluate speaker, let us stick to the project guidelines. Whether the speaker is working on his the purpose of the project. Okay, let us stick to that. Otherwise, a good job. Please give me a very big round of applause. The speaker is attempting an icebreaker speech after many years. Okay, this is maybe second time or third time, fourth time. I'm not sure how many times he has done. So I was looking into that, whether he comes with something a uniqueness or what he's going to tell about. The way he structured his speech, the way he told, I was looking at how he is going to introduce himself to the club. In that, he did a marvelous job. He emphasized more on his Toastmaster journey because he was introduced as a seasoned Toastmaster. So he gave us what he learned, and he gave a fantastic quote which Shumankar mentioned. And once you are there, you can't really come out. Which shows, I mean, he is already member since 1999. Whatever he gave a quote, he lived up with that quote. That credibility was there. In that, he did a pretty good job on that. Be positive. The finally he said, be positive in that, and he motivated us all of us to take up a different roles in the club, citing his own examples. He told us about his joining his family business. We came to know about his family, intercaste marriage. I think he covered most of the things which we wanted to know. In that sense, he certainly did a marvelous job. Please give him a very big round of applause. This is a general comment. It's not particular. I think I'm sure people will understand that. It's a general comment. I do not know why we have this habit of going on unnecessary movements. Okay. Next time when you come to the stage, challenge yourselves. Are you standing steady and delivering it? Do you have a purposeful movements on the stage? Think about that. Okay, I do not want to pinpoint anyone today, but I'm sure from president to the last evaluator, everyone will take this as a feedback and work upon. And one more suggestion which wanted to look into that, Mr. Tarun, is you are a senior Toastmasters. You got a 6 minutes 30 seconds. You did only for 5 minutes 30 seconds. Don't leave a second. Please utilize 6 minutes 30 seconds so that you can give a lot of takeaways to the club. May I invite the second evaluator, Toastmaster Piyush, to
Good evening, everybody,
Good evening.
and good evening, Toastmaster Arpita. Today, Toastmaster Arpita has spoken what goes on behind every college student's life, what happens, in a college student's life over the 4 years or 3 years, and she did it with a lot of. It's very difficult to come over here, give a story such so personal, so hurtful, and while giving the speech, you are reliving those memories and just putting it out for the world. It's a very strong thing to do, and today you did it beautifully. So kudos for that. You are very natural on stage. It was as if you were having conversation with with your friends. It was so natural. The words were flowing out of your mouth. You were moving in a very natural way. Your hands were moving very well. You were looking at people in the eyes. You covered everybody. And I was sitting at the back, the last seat. I wanted to know whether will your voice be reachable to me, and it was clearly reachable. Your voice was crisp, it was clear, it was audible, and the loudness was perfect. So, with respect to your body language, 100%. Respect to your voice, 100%. With respect to your hand movements, 100%. Coming to your stage movements, I saw that you were moving on the stage on your right side. So you were going on the right side, coming back to the center, then going on the right. You never utilized this area of the stage. So if you could use the stage evenly, that would really make more effect, make your speech more effective. So that is one thing I believe you can work on. Second thing that I think you can work on is your speech. Your speech was very good. It had a very good flow. But in middle, we could hear it became a little bit repetitive. That those people, your friend, she betrayed you, and you spoke about it for three four times. So maybe if in your speech you could have made it crisp and had better flow, then it would have come out very much better. Um, but nonetheless, you had very good energy, and everybody was glued to your story, and everybody could relate to it. I could also relate to your story, and in the end, you just did a fantastic job. And one thing to challenge you is I to challenge yourself is give a information speech, a speech where you have to present some information on a research. So I would like to see that. So that is one challenge I would like to give you. So all the best. Thank you.
Have you observed how Piyush delivered his evaluation speech? He must have talked nonsense, but the way he stood and delivered shows only the confidence. That's what I was pointing to the every role takers. Thank you, Piyush, for that good evaluation. What I like most is you are picking up the structure of the speech of Arpita going back and coming to the original thing. That's a very good observation. And the way you challenge her to improve, that's also a very good takeaway for Arpita. I'm sure Arpita will take all these feedbacks to the next speech. Please give a very big round of applause to Arpita. As Piyush mentioned, you are quite natural. And the one good thing which I like most with this today's youngsters, they are vulnerable. Okay, and we are not vulnerable, gray-haired people. And that's the one thing, biggest takeaway from me, being vulnerable. And what is the learning you have? Don't worry about others, what they think about that. And getting that insightful at the age of 20, wow, it is going to take you a long way. Well done, Arpita, and all the best. Please give a Now I would like to call upon Quiz Master JP to conduct a quizzing section.
Good evening again.
I will be asking three questions. People who answer it, you can please stand. We'll have a final count game. The first question is, TM Tarun mentioned he's a businessman and he produces garments to some major lifestyle brands. Can you just tell me three of the brands, three names of the brands?
Shopper Stop, Lifestyle, Reliance. Oh, that's it.
TM Arpita mentioned she took a break. Which place did she go after?
Beach.
Start.
What is TM Tarun's wife's name? Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Disha?
Sorry? You please start.
Oh, it's correct.
Please start.
You ask whoever raised the hand first, okay?
DTM Priyadarshi sir went to Kerala. Wanted to go to Kerala. Which month did he plan? Kedar? Yeah. Which month? Yeah. He planned for some.
July?
Good. July. So the winners TM
I request the accountant to the stage and give the report of the speakers, evaluators, everyone. Push up.
Once again, I'm so sorry. A very a very good evening once again. Today's report will be in depth as Priyadarshi sir suggested me. Okay, so I'll start with TM Ashutosh. You use it 3R. That too when somebody was coming, you are speaking, somebody was coming. At that time you said ah. Okay. Next, TM Harshita plus 5. When you are introducing your suppose you are introducing guest, okay, at that time you don't know the name, at that time you took like this, okay. Next, Kavita ma'am, same, plus 5 you took before taking names. Then Abhijit, plus 5 same. I think you're for what I think you're forgetting words. Okay, you're speaking and you're forgetting words, so you're continuously using. You're trying to remember that word. In that span, you're using. Okay. After Aritra, you're speaking very fast. Just 3 R's. Okay. JP. Pauses. I think like you're not taking pauses. You're just continuously speaking before that. Like that. Shubhankar sir, 2. Like 1 hour you took, and before 1 hour, and after that 1 hour. 1 hour is before taking name. You're calling someone and you say and when you're looking on the paper, that time you use it 3 hour, like that one. After that, Piyush, 3 prolonged so. So, that's it. Arpita, again, 3 1 two and three so. Again, not taking pauses. Navneet, I think it was very habitual. It was coming very naturally. And it was +5. Chandan, what I observe, suppose you're taking one word, like someone. So you're taking that word, you're prolonging, and after that you're not saying like you're not forgetting something at that time you're using You're saying one word and you're ending that word with Okay, and just one word you said, and after that you use Rutvik, plus more than 5 so one again so was coming so habitual, like you're habituated to it. So. I would like to take name Priyadarshi sir, Tarun sir, and Jai Shankar. No filler words, nothing you used. And Tarun sir, next time I'll practice 300 times so that I'll not get nervous on the stage. Thank you.
Thank you, Pooja, for taking my request so seriously. And I requested her. Normally our counter comes and gives Ashutosh did 15 hours, Priyadarshi did 20 hours, all those things. Then I told her, I challenged her that look into that each speaker and find out where do they use the filler words, whether it comes like a natural or a habit or forcibly they insert this just to fill it. In that sense, you did a pretty good job. Please go ahead. May I request Grammarian Aditya to give his report, please.
Good evening, everyone. Once again, the word of the day, oblivion, was used by our president Harshita and Toastmaster Tarun sir. There was one good and some improper speech also. Toastmaster Harshita said, "We believe with great communication we can reach higher in life." Toastmaster Pooja said, "If you can take care of small things, we can easily take care of big things." Toastmaster Jayashankar said, "Listening and hearing are two important things. While listening are the sound we hear, and listening is what were the words we get from it." And Toastmaster Tarun said, if you want to get everything from Toastmaster, you will never get out of Toastmaster." Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Bhadra. Let me give my own perspectives, feedback on the various role takers today. Sergeant at Arms, he came with a lot of energy today. That's the welcome sign for any Sergeant at Arms. The another important thing which I observed today with both President as well as Sergeant at Arms, they did not go with the path which normally is a today's theme. I don't know why we have to tell today's theme. Both of you did not tell today's theme, but you subtly, without anybody's knowledge, you introduced the theme of the meeting. That is fantastic. That's a hallmark of both your speeches. And that's the one thing I really like. There's no point in telling what is today's theme is like that and everybody talks about that. No. Your speech should encompass that theme. In that context, Ashutosh, you did a pretty good job on that. Where you can improve. You use the word, you cited the book, Atomic Habits. In the first chapter, what they say. And you gave an example actually. You gave a perfect example. There's incremental margin. Right? Incremental improvement. You keep doing it, it will become a habit. And that's what I want to challenge you. Next time when I come here, take one task. Maybe how do you welcome the people? The first 3 lines. Okay, how you can make it better. For example, today you said welcome, then suddenly you jumped into the guidelines. No sex, politics, all those things. Make it. It's a new year. Okay, bring that energy. Your job is to set the right tempo. Welcome, you said. I was expecting what is the next line? Next line, sex, politics, religion. The guest will think, what is that sex? Okay. What you have to do is, this is New Year. Let us have a new beginning. Like that. Like you set up a tempo. That's your job. So I want to challenge you, Ashutosh. Every time you come, you have to bring more energy, increase your decibel level, okay, so that everybody will clap, okay. So that should reflect the way you set up the tempo for the meeting. That's the one thing I want to challenge you on that. And thanks for giving all of us the importance of that book, Atomic Habits. Yes, Atomic Habits, and uh, how to generate a good habits. Thank you very much for that. Good day. Please give him a very big applause. We talk in various forum communication skills. I was thinking, what are the communication skills? If somebody asks, you should have good communication skills, means I was thinking how to define these communication skills. Okay, the first thing which came to my mind is storytelling. If you're a good storyteller, you're a good communicator. In that context, President did a marvelous job. And she's a great storyteller. And in fact, I was looking at it's like an international speech. The way you deliver the speech, everything was there. Gesture, structure, body movement, purposeful movement. Yeah, a little bit oscillation was there. Yeah, but otherwise everything was perfect. It was a perfect speech. What we look into the president, is he or she is a good leader? And that's what you did. You motivated all of us to attend the meeting regularly. You motivated all of us to take various steps. So you're a good leader. You inspired us. And another thing, what is crisis management? Do you have a plan B? You had a plan B. When you called Arpita to give a secretarial report, when she did not come out, you jumped into that. You executed plan B. That's a hallmark of a good leader. That's what our Sunshine President should be. I'm very proud of my president. You deserve a very big round of applause. Toastmaster of the day. When a teacher comes to the podium, I wonder why this teacher should come to Toastmasters. But someone said, am I right? A teacher cannot teach unless he or she keeps on learning. And that's what she is doing. She has come to the club to learn, so that she can become a better teacher. And she told it. Whenever I see Kavita Madam, the one word comes automatically to me, elegance. The way she conducts everything is it's epitome of elegance. And that's the one thing I really like. And another hallmark for any MC is not to go overboard. Sometimes the MCs go overboard. And she never went overboard on that. Okay, short, crisp in introduction, conscious about the timing. Everything was done within the given time. Did not go overboard. Proper introduction, proper transition, everything. Couple of things to look into that, Kavita Madam. When a speaker comes, two things you should tell which pathway they are practicing. Second thing is the title of the speech. These two are very important. So to introduce the speakers. Other than that, one more you always use Mr. and TM. No, TM like Shri Priyadarshi, D10 Priyadarshi, or Priyadarshi sir. Okay. Don't put Mr. TM somewhere. So don't club two salutations. Other than that, you did a wonderful job. Everything was short, crisp, and elegantly conducted Toastmaster role. Please give her a very big round. Finally, enter Tabletop Master Srijan. Smartly dressed. What I liked most, Srijan, is it was a complete package. You got a drama, you got a return to song, you got a proper question. The one question which really liked it, which I'm going to really ponder on that is, if Toastmaster is not there in your life, what you would have lost? go to the game. And Piyush came up with a beautiful answer for that. There's a big takeaway for me. Tonight I'm going to ponder on that. If I had not become a member of Toastmaster in 2009, what I would have lost. Okay, I'm going to ponder on that. Thank you very much for giving that fantastic table topic question. Like I said, everything was there. You made people to come and play an act, a riddle, which was solved beautifully by Shubhankar also. Couple of things to become a table topic master next time. Call the members who are not having any room. Varnika sitting like she's a paid member. She's paid 5,500, did not get any time to come here. Whereas Naveen was so happy. First time I came, I got an opportunity to speak. Yes. Okay, you are supposed to call the guests also. You did a good job on that. But the first preference for the paid members who are not having any, if they come to the stage on a periodic basis regularly, they will become a better communicator. So the first priority to them, don't call the G once again. And you gave a fantastic topic to me. Thank you very much for that. I mean, you're sick of my face, but once again, don't call G and Shubhankar, you are does it. The people who are not having the rules, those people should get first priority. That's the one thing. Second thing is, when you have topics, clearly read it and spell. Okay, when you tell those topics, sometimes you forget. You're not giving the topics eloquent. So my suggestion is, have the topics, read it clear. Okay. Other than that, I know that you're taking a lot of roles, Srajan, and you forced one of your classmates also, and you will never come to the next meeting. Okay. But I'm sure you have promised to us that you will bring more Ramaya College members. So we are looking forward to that. Please give me a very big round of applause. Thank you, Shubhankar, for giving this opportunity to be a G on the first meeting of the new year. And I wanted to challenge myself, and hope I did that. And I thank my fellow evaluators as well as my role takers for helping me to conduct the session. I'm sure the voting link is open. Okay, I request you to vote the deserved speakers and role takers. And I would like to hand over the podium to the Toastmaster of the day, Madam Kavita Madam.
Now, I would like to call upon our President, T.M. Harshita, to come over here and close the meeting for today's session.
How was the first meeting of the year?
Great.
Really? It sounds just last year.
Awesome.
How was the first meeting of 2023?
Great.
Not that great. Some more guys, how was the meeting?
Nice.
Amazing.
Okay, fine. I've thoroughly enjoyed the meeting today. Thank you, Toastmaster Kavita, for handling our session so beautifully. I think it was a really lovely job that you did today. Toastmaster Tarun, I enjoyed your speech. I enjoyed getting to know you, even though I spoke to you a bit. I think it was such a different point of view for us. Also, a nice icebreaker example for all potential icebreaker speakers. Toastmaster Arpita, thank you for bearing your soul, being so honest, so true. It really inspired a lot of us. And I'm hoping all of you are voting. And also, I would like to congratulate Toastmaster Pooja for such a in-depth and honest evaluation. I think we actually had proper points that we could use. Just the number has no meaning, but you told us what we have to improve on. So I think it was very valuable for me. In the meantime, I would also like to ask some of the guests what was their experience, what did you feel about today's meeting? Anyone would like to? Yeah, of course.
Firstly, this being my first experience of Toastmasters, I was floored as I was speaking with Kavita and the others during the break. The aspect about engaging the audience and the speakers at the same time was what I was totally floored by.
Yeah.
Right from the chutki or what, especially
Snapping.
when we snap our fingers for the word of the day, or even in terms of how every member has been part of this entire conversation.
Yeah.
I was totally floored by that, especially the quiz or each one taking up roles. So I'm looking forward to the next session.
Great.
We have a new member.
Yeah, we have. No, also, I really admire the way you composed your speech, the way you delivered it was so beautiful. I think there's a speaker in you. I don't know if it's by training or you're naturally, eloquently well spoken. But I think we will benefit if you join us and be a part of it. Anyone else wants to go forward? No, any other feedbacks, any other thoughts? Okay. Okay. So other than that, what I would like to tell you, remind you is also that in February the speech contests are starting. To take part in the international speech contest, you need to at least finish level 2 to give the to be part of it. So I encourage you all to take up as many opportunities as you want to give your speeches. If we are not able to find slots in our own club, we will figure out how to find speech slots in other clubs. So it is doable. We can work in the next 1 month so that you are eligible. If not speech contest, you can also take part in evaluation and table topics. For that, even if you don't have to have a minimum requirement of having level 2. So that is open to all. So again, use the floor as much as possible to practice, because some of you are amazing evaluators, some of you are amazing table topic speakers. So use this chance and let's really represent our club well. And with that, I would like to check if the voting link, if the voting is done. Do we need more time?
We're 14 now.
Yeah, 14. Are some people still voting?
Can we ask people if they want to take those?
Yeah. Also, yeah, sure, Shubhankar, can you do like?
That was just a start. Quickly, just to make life easier for everyone, I am checking if there are role takers who want to take up some roles next week. In speakers, I have JP confirmed for one slot, right? Abhijit, are you taking up your first speech next week? Okay. And I don't know if Melvia is. She was slated. I'll check. Anybody else wants to take up? You want to take up one next week? Okay. Sorry. Icebreaker speech. Yeah, we can have both. Okay. Role takers. Anybody wants the role of GE? I know. Okay. Anybody? GE. Okay. Toastmasters Day. You want to take up? Awesome. Evaluators. Anybody wants to take up roles of evaluators? And the tag role takers, anybody? Grammarian, listener, accountants, and timer.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind, but I'm just curious how long after you become a member would you be able to become a member?
Okay, sure.
Table topics.
Yeah, table topics. Aditya said. You take up the evaluator. Aditya. And Ashutosh, your essay, right?
Yes.
So, and like President was saying, the international speech contest is in March.
Yeah.
The club one is in Feb, but this,
I think it depends. I'm not sure.
I think, yeah. So we will.
April.
The final formation.
No, the district level.
That is in May.
May. But we need to give enough time. So what happens is once you get selected from club level, you will get a lot of coaching, a lot of training from other, people who've done this, so that you can really we get a lot from that. So there is great benefit in.
No, there's also area and division levels as well, right?
Yeah.
In between. So that happens pretty quickly.
Okay. So there are two things I want to say. One is you have, like she said, you have to finish level 2 to give the prepared speeches. So if you don't find slots, please reach out to me. Or if you're willing to, if you're looking forward to participate, please reach out to me. There are slots available generally on other Toastmasters clubs. Most of them are hybrids, or what I've seen. So you can do it online also. So if you're looking, if you want to finish up as soon as possible, if you are close by 1-2 speeches away, you can take those slots up. And there is the second point is there is a educational session on speech contest at Ramaya. I think it's this Sunday. I'll send out the link once this meeting is over. So you guys should register and take advantage of that. All right. That's it. Thank you.
And I think now is the time to announce the winners for a very amazing meeting that we had today. Ashutosh.
Thank you.
Ashutosh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. So the best tag and role taker today by 81% majority is Toastmaster Pooja.
Pause for the photo again, please.
The best role taker is our general evaluator, Toastmaster Priyadarshan. The best table topic speaker, oh, this is a three-way tie over here. It is guest Navneet, Toastmaster Piyush, and Toastmaster Shubhankar.
We can have three.
We have three written.
Thank you.
Yes.
And the best speaker is Toastmaster Tarun. And the best evaluator, Toastmaster Piyush. You already know the best listener. The best listener was Toastmaster Arpita.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. So we can take the photo. And with this, I would like to close today's meeting right on time, 9 p.m. I invite everyone to come take a group photo over here.